So now, if anybody wants to share, are you all, again, this is impromptu, so I'm showing up and I'm meeting you where you at. So are you currently experiencing some challenges? Have you gotten bills? You don't know what to do with the bills? Is it, I don't know how to connect with people in Texas? This Texas market is different. What are some of the questions? If you want to come off the mic and say it, or if you want to put it in the chat, whichever way you want to do it, I'm here to help. Because when I train anybody on
Okay.
understanding a bill or not, I say go get your own bill. Let's make sense about your own bill. Get you a
Mhm.
pen and get you a highlighter. And I want you to highlight what is most important on this bill because every market is different. The one thing that sets Think apart from other suppliers is if it is fees or whatever uh built into it, it's all built into it. You're going to see Think Energy and then you're going to see a charge. Versus with everyone else, there's these separate fees and that's what makes it more, and it makes the bill confusing because if you do get a Texas bill, you'll be looking at it and you'll be like, okay, I see that these kilowatts say they're only 12 cents or they're 10 cents, and then you put in a zip code and you're like, we can't beat that. But in actuality, you can, because that kilowatt per hour that they have up there is not accommodating, it's not including all those extra fees, such as like maybe Encore fees or TDU fees and all of this. So I figured out an easy way when it comes to the Texas market is three things that you got to remember. You gotta find the bill, you gotta find the total, the current charge, you gotta subtract the taxes, and you gotta divide the kilowatts. So we need bills, we need highlighters, we need ink pens, and we need calculators and patience, and we can get started. So let me check the telegram to see if anybody dropped me a bill. Unless maybe if I save the file, we can see. Let's see if that happens.
86.95. Okay.
Because it's out of my downloads. Okay, so in this bill, you'll see um where it says, you see where my mouse is? My mouse is moving.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just printed a little bit bigger.
Okay. So it's like TXU, you got your base charge. This is the most this third line is the most important. Energy charge looks like it says 394 or 3. Ah, shoot, I'm gonna struggle with that. Okay, the person who sent me this, can you look at your original copy and verify that I am reading this correctly? I don't remember who sent this to me.
Fran, that was Francis.
Okay, so can you make out verify if that's 364 or 394?
394. I have it written down.
Okay, perfect. Okay,
And
perfect.
it's like 15. That was the 16 days, 17 days because she moved on the first.
Okay.
So
So
it's 16 days.
okay. So the main thing is knowing 394 kilowatts per hour. So we highlight that part of the bill. And then over here they have the comparison. Is that 0.129, Miss Francis?
Right. What is that? 12 cents?
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
13 cents actually.
Like 13, yes. Yes, ma'am. So we're gonna make this a joint effort, y'all, because I'm out of my comfort zone, so I need a volunteer to be out of that comfort zone too. If
Okay.
somebody want to go to their link, and we're gonna put in the zip code that goes with this bill, so we can kind of tag team and everybody learns together, right? Hands-on experience. Frank, where is the? I don't even see the address.
The first line up there.
Oh, okay, I see it now. 767
What do you need?
55, the zip code.
Oh, 76708.
Oh, 08. Okay. My contact's not working for me. Okay,
I'll
so
help you out.
so who has their link up and they're looking at it so y'all can have the experience like this your customer too. Because you gotta tell me the best rates that's going on in that zip code for Think.
I got you.
Okay.
What's the zip code?
Francis, can you give us that zip code again?
76708.
15.2.
Okay. And if you are taking notes, just know that, of course, the address, the zip code. I'm a little anal. I write down in my notebook everything that I need off the bill, and then I put it into the system from my notebook. But that's me. So the zip code, and you said the best rate was, I heard, a 16 point something.
15.2 is the thermostat. 15.1 is without the thermostat.
Okay, perfect. Okay. So
Okay.
now,
Now,
Could
Jazz,
I
let me
ask
ask
you a
this question
question?
before you proceed.
okay,
Same
Now,
thing.
on these Texas bills, they have an average of certain kilowatt usage. And the rate will change if it's a 500 average, 1,000 average, or 2,000 average. The rate changes depending on the average.
So
correct,
there are various tiers then.
correct.
And could I add that it says, please confirm your utility company. That's about the first thing that pops up for me.
You say when you do what now?
Texas has Encore and Sherryland utility. So the first thing you have to do is select the correct utility company. In her case, it's Encore.
Yes,
Okay. So you would select that from the drop down box?
yeah,
So, yeah, that's the start.
Okay.
Then you select, it would be Encore.
Okay.
And then, like he said, about 500 to 2,000
Okay.
in
So
the
now,
kilowatt.
okay. So now my question with that, how I overcome that objection sometime, because every company that you work with and you're looking to compare rates with is different, right? So some of them have that variation and some of them don't. And some of them say, hey, if you use 1,000, we're gonna give you $100 credit. It's just all different variations. So to even it out, at the end of the day, I can't tell you how much. I know how much my electricity bill usually is, but I'm in Chicago and my son is playing the game, and he probably gonna be playing the game 24 hours on spring break. I don't know what my energy bill gonna look like come April, So I don't even look at that because that's all the unknown. So what I look at is like that third line, we got the 394 kilowatts per hour, and we got it times 0.129. So we really competing with about 13. What's important to me on this bill is the current charges can you verify that for me, Ms. Francis? I see 86.98 or 96. Is that correct?
Now you said it's 86, yeah, for the, I would say 17 or 18 days into the month. It's not, yeah,
Okay. So we know that this bill is not a full bill.
it's partial, yeah.
It's a partial bill. So 86.96 and then minus the sales tax. This is the formula for current charges minus sales tax. What do we have?
85.68.
85.68. Divide that by kilowatts used. What's the kilowatts used?
394.
Okay. Divide that and tell me what you got.
Okay. Oh, okay. 85. Oops.
And the reason I
Point
find
218.
you say 218,
0.218. And so 21.8 cents.
let me do it because I was talking it and I wasn't doing it myself. I'm sorry.
85.96.
We say 80,
Oh,
86, 96 is the bill, right?
right. So 85.
Okay. And then the sales tax is $1.28.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I have 85.68. And then the kilowatts is 394, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
0.21746.
Yeah. So we're really competing with about 22 cents.
217. Yeah.
It's 22 rating.
So now whoever went to their link and put in a zip code for me and gave me the ranks, the rates, can we beat that rate?
Absolutely.
Okay. So
Oh,
go ahead. Someone was saying something.
no, I just, oh, yeah, We can beat that rate.
Yeah. So then my next question would be, it would be, let me see. Pastor Isaac, you might need to help me. Do you still got that email? Let me see. Do I got access to my email? That email when I was helping you and Kalandra?
What email? I don't know.
I sent the email where I gave her some pointers on like what to say, how to navigate the Texas bill. Remember we had that call and the lady was she called and she tried to get a better rate and I was just telling her how you can, well, if you want additional savings. So this bill that we just looked at, we taking this person from 22 cents to sounds like whatever options that came up, we're gonna be lower. Is that correct? Because I didn't
Right.
pull up a link. Okay.
Yeah, it would be,
What-
yes, it would be lower.
I have
Question,
I
Jazz.
have my rates.
Did that
If
calculate?
you want to look at our rates?
What was that,
Question,
Daryl?
Did that calculation include the TDU charges?
No. So that's the thing. The calculation, the price that you're competing with. No, I'm sorry. Yes, sir. It did
Yes, it
include.
did.
It did include it. That's why the formula, instead of you sitting there looking at TDU charges and sales tax and TDU charges and encore charges and all that, the easy formula is somebody just asked me to put it in the chat. Current charges
Mhm.
minus Uncle Sam equals, oh shoot, I was not supposed to press equal. Whatever you get, divided, new, let me see, total, new total.
Current charges minus what?
Current charges minus the sales tax. And then the number that you get is really the total that's the amount paid. We're gonna divide that by the current kilowatts used. And then that the final number, that is the number that you're competing against. So no matter if they gave different variations or whatnot, that is the total, that is the amount you're competing with. So if you look at a bill, Francis, you're gonna have to help me. If y'all see me with my glasses, they real thick, so I can't strain
Okay,
my
what's
eyes like that. If you can look at the bill, look for a paragraph that says something like the average kilowatt usage amount or rate paid was X, Y, and Z. Let me see if it's on one of these bills.
It is.
Just so I can give you the right verbiage to look for. Because they'll have two different rates on it, and that's what makes it confusing because you'll see in parentheses, well, wait a minute, that's 8 cents. I can't compete with that. And then in that little small fine print, they gonna tell you this month your cost for energy supply is blank dot 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 on an average of whatever the kilowatts is. Does that make
It's on
sense?
okay. Yeah, I've seen that. I got to figure out which page.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
Which page? I did read that. Okay.
Okay. I got a
is
bill
it
from Ambit. Go ahead.
making, okay, is that it? The TXU energy? I'm trying to see if this is it. No, that's not it.
Jazz, can you repeat the information you wanted to look for? I put it in the chat.
Okay, the information I'm trying to pull it up. Okay, this is an Ambit bill from Texas, and looks like the paragraph says, so in one area on this bill, it says 30 days, 168 kilowatts at a rate of 0.13 4,000. So we competing with 13.4 basically, right? But for the zip code, Phyllis was like, wait a minute, that's kind of low. We higher. But no, when you go over to this paragraph, okay, now here it is. The verbiage is the average price you pay for electric service this month is 0.271 per kilowatts,
That's 27 cents.
excluding taxes and non-recurring charges or credits. So from this paragraph, it gave me my aha moment. No, the formula is current charges, exclude the sales tax, so minus the sales tax, whatever that new number is, divided by the amount of energy that that household used, and that's the rate that they pay. And that's the rate that you want to compare against Think. And 9 times out of 10, we coming in less.
So
Yes, you may, Stacy.
their charges really look deceptive to the customer.
They are.
Well,
Have
they
a-
covering themselves legally by how they're placing their statements. You know, it's just like in an ad. If you read the fine print, then you'll really understand true charges.
Yeah.
So that's all that is.
And
Smoke.
the other thing is that's what makes this opportunity that we got our hands on so valuable, because I'm not afraid of the dark, even though this screen got me real dark today though. But you gonna pay your energy bill.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
You gonna pay your light bill like you gonna grab some toilet paper and toothpaste when you go to the grocery store. It's like that's just something you just not gonna run out of. So this is where we can come in and actually really educate a person and help them out on saving some money. I have a friend that just moved from Plainfield, Illinois down to Dallas, and he's going crazy. He's like, it's only me. Like, why is my bill this much? And he's in the business and didn't think to think when he went down there.
Hey Jazz, I sent you a bill if you need another bill to look at.
Okay, let me see.
Just to
I
remind you,
think I sent it on Telegram, I think.
Okay, Telegram. Let me see.
and just to remind you, I got two, but I just haven't been able to find your Telegram page, but I can share the screen. I got
Oh,
it
let
ready.
me just message you. I'll grab you. Hang on 1 second. Dr. Roz. Is that who I'm talking to?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Right.
Wait, it didn't. Is that your Telegram name?
The Dream to Life.
Oh, okay. Okay, you could just click on my picture now and then, excuse me, from Telegram, and then you'll send me a personal message. Okay. And Stacy, you can share your guest bill. So as soon as these bills come, if it's a clear copy, we can share it. Somebody could actually, I could share the screen. You can actually, somebody could do the math. We could do it together. So, you know, you got that hands-on.
Was mine clear enough for you?
Let me see. Did you text it to me?
It's from Austin, Texas.
Did you text it to me or did you put it in Telegram?
I put it in Telegram. And nope, maybe not.
I'm not seeing it. But
Your
I kept seeing
your personal Telegram.
Yeah.
That's what I thought I did.
Oh, you WhatsApp me.
I did what now?
You
I knew it was up. Lord have mercy. It's so many.
WhatsApp. Hold on. Oh, now look, I'm about to learn today because I ain't never seen WhatsApp with no photos.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is interesting, Jazz.
The Zoom?
No, her bill is from Austin. I want to hear about Austin because they said out of the 98%, Austin and San Antonio, that was in that other Texas Zoom that I was in.
Okay.
Austin and San Antonio were the 2% out of the 98% in Texas overall that was not honoring Think Energy. Okay. Unless I got that wrong.
Oh, it did come up when I
love to hear about Austin though.
Well, if it came up when you put that zip code up and it gave some rates, look, submit and nothing beats a failure but a try.
That's what I experienced yesterday in Illinois.
Okay.
All right.
It was that very thing, Naperville, but Naperville had an unincorporated area that add bills in Naperville. That was amazing.
Yeah, when you do it, it come up ComEd. But then like some parts of Naperville, I think you can get away with it. Because
Mhm.
I was at a restaurant the other day, and they said they get a ComEd bill. I said, y'all don't get a Naperville bill? He said, we get a ComEd. So I don't know, the commercial side is different. I don't know, but you know, I got a number to learn today. So
I
we
understood
come.
that if you get the ComEd bill, you can put all the information in
Mm-hmm.
and they will let you know if it's accepted or rejected. That's what I heard.
Yes.
Because the Naperville bill does not look anything like ComEd's bill.
No, it does not.
Yep.
Another one that is shut down like that is Batavia too, for folks that's out of Illinois. It's like different.
Okay, thanks for letting me know.
Yeah,
I
Batavia.
thought Naperville was outside or had their own grid.
They do.
They do.
Yeah,
Yep. Let me see.
that's what I learned yesterday.
I want to try and let me see if I can.
And they still get the solar credits?
No, because the bill is set up different,
Yeah.
Okay.
so we can't process it.
Yeah, I think I sent two to you.
We
Okay, I
can
think I got
process
it.
it or can't?
Cannot, because
Okay,
the bill
okay.
is set up totally different from the Illinois ComEd bill.
Gotcha.
Basically, what they do, Naperville goes in and they buy the energy at bulk, and they are able to charge their residents a different rate of what they so choose, because they have it almost like landlocked. Like, no, you live here in our quarters, and you're gonna get our energy from us.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
I found the email. I think it's not letting me open it.
Hi, Jazz. I sent you the text of my gas bill, Glenda's bill.
Okay. Let me pull it.
I haven't got savvy with all of the other engines yet. I'm working on it.
It's coming. It's coming. Just take your time. Don't get overwhelmed. Go at your pace. Don't compare yourself to what other people doing. Just keep moving one day at a time. Okay, I found the email, Pastor Isaac. So this was a bill that a training that I had did for someone, and I was just helping them with the verbiage on it. Because it was some things that they wanted to look at, something else that will jump out. If you're in Illinois and we doing this community solar and we're so used to counting up these bars, in Texas, there's no numbers, or in other markets, sometimes there's no numbers to calculate, but you're looking at always the current usage. And
Right.
then, can y'all see my screen while I'm just talking?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the current usage.
You
on
can
page-
make it bigger.
Okay, let me see. I think this is a PDF.
That's good.
So it should be good.
That's good.
Okay.
Real good.
Okay, so this is like, of course, you need the account number. You gotta have the service address, and knowing how much they paid. And at the time when I talked about worked with this bill, I didn't even have the sauce about just subtracting the taxes. That made it so much easier. So this is how I would do my training when somebody come on, get the bill, highlight everything that's important, show you how to move when you're looking at those kilowatts and you see those long numbers, like over here, the 0.16567. Just move it 2 spaces to the right, and you're gonna get your rate 16.6. So that's what we shooting for. This was a bill where with this supplier or with this incumbent, credit for using 1,000 kilowatts per hour. I told the lady, I don't know how much energy you're gonna use. You don't know how much energy you're gonna use. You don't know what happened, So that credit, I'm not gonna, because some people will get discouraged. They see a bill where she gets a credit of $100. Well, you pay your bill on time and in full, I'm gonna give you $100 Visa gift card too. So that's not gonna run me away from that conversation. The other thing that you want to look at too is that information. You see, this is what Pastor Isaac was putting in the chat. The average price you paid for electric service this month was 0.17 per kilowatts. Your contract expires on the first meter read, on or after. So in Texas, a lot of stuff is contract. We do have the ETF. Now, that's the early termination fee, where they'll pay, I believe, up to $200 to get you out of help you get you out of your contract.
Yes.
Okay. So now, does anybody know in regards to the deposits? Does anybody know how to get what are the circumstances that can avoid the customer from paying the deposit?
I do if no one else does.
Let's see if anybody else on the line.
I know two of domestic, oh, you want me to tell you?
I-
Domestic violence.
You say
And-
domestic violence?
Yes.
Okay, well, somebody else give me another one.
If they are senior citizens, 65 or older.
Okay.
And if you've got good credit.
Okay, good credit. Yep. I had
Like
somebody
with,
that didn't have it. Okay.
yeah.
And is that all of them? 65, domestic violence?
When
That's
domestic,
only
Credit.
3 that I knew of.
Okay.
add to the domestic violence, you have to get a caseworker to fill out that form and send it to Think before they waive it.
Okay. Yep.
What's the definition of good credit? Is that a FICO score, 620 and above, 680 and above?
Is a letter from your previous incumbent saying you paid your bill on time. A credit
with
verification letter.
Right? 6 months to a year.
Mm-hmm. Where I can't go outside of
I
that.
have a question. You said a letter
you.
from whom the letter had to come from?
It can come from your previous energy people.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's you get a credit for good
It's
credit.
called a credit verification letter. All you doing is saying, can you provide me documentation that I paid y'all on time and in full every month?
No. The question I was asking is as far as getting a credit on the Think Energy.
Oh, yeah, you can avoid paying the deposit to get connected with Think.
And that's in which state?
That's in Texas.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. And you can ask me other questions, but this call we was Pastor Isaac had reached out specifically about Texas. So trying to all roads lead to Texas. All roads lead to Texas because you're gonna get paid quicker down there. We got $120 on up to $120 on the table for every customer that you connect to Think. Dropping jewels, those are words. Psychologically, people don't like to change and switch, but they will be willing to get connected, right? You got to set yourself apart and make it look different. Thank you for that. Waivers for 65, domestic violence, good credit history with previous provider. That is absolutely correct. The other thing, let's see where we at. Contract end date, we got that early termination fee where they'll pay the contract. People, they usually tell you on the bill when the contract expires. So we got to look for that with those Texas bills.
So Jazz,
Yes.
when you get to my client, my gas bill, Glenda, she's in a co-op where she can't go outside the electric company that was selected for her community.
Okay.
I just want to put that out so we can address that. I'm not sure how to.
Okay. So interesting. So when we was having a conversation about Illinois and we was talking about Naperville and Batavia, that's considered like a co-op too. You just can't get out of it. So Miss Stacy, Miss Glenda, right? So Miss Glenda, we just shifted gears. So you on this call right now to understand how you can go out and help put some money in your pockets and help your community that's outside of the co-op get better rates. You know. So let's just take on that approach with it. Because you at the right place at the right time. Like I said, energy is up there with oxygen. we gonna pay our light bill, and right now all roads leads to Texas. I would challenge. I'm trying to figure out. I feel like I've been in overdrive with meeting people, and even though I'm in Illinois, I'm meeting people, but I'm trying to find out. You got people in Texas? Because man, let me tell you about this state sponsored program. I'm trying to help as many people I know down there. I did not know y'all energy rates was like that. You know, so it's the excitement that you carry, is the educating piece, because none of us we pay, we light and gas, we gonna pay. It's up there with rent, it's just mortgage, you know, this is stuff that you gotta do. So this was some pointers that I said with the verbiage if you're having trouble getting the bills, you know, like come from that helping standpoint. What's your zip code to determine eligibility? Do you have the smart thermostat? Because it's they're paid, we get paid $20, but then you get the $50 bonus during this promotion. And then if they got that smart thermostat, then you're gonna get that extra 50. So now that's where that $120 come in at. And then you always wanna keep people, because sometimes people be like, people be like, I don't want to do that. I don't want that. You got to keep them engaged. So, well, you got a thermostat. What kind? What's the brand? Excuse me. So always know the brands. Y'all might want to help me out. I think it's Honeywell, Ecobee. What's the third one?
That's all I remember, Ecobee.
Residue. I'm not sure if that's the pronunciation.
It probably ain't, but I think I can know how to spell it. But my little southern tongue kick in. I don't know, but but check it out if somebody could pull up a zip code in Texas, so we can know and we can put it in our notes. Because when you sitting down and you got some time and you just want to call and maybe talk to people, or Taproot, because you may know somebody in Virginia, but people in Virginia know people in Texas, you know, people in New Orleans, we not there, but they know. So you can have that verbiage and just know how to help people save some money. And
Residio, Jazz.
What happened?
Residio.
Residio, that's the third one. What's the one that started with the E?
Ecobee.
Ecobee.
Okay, was I close? A little bit.
Unless I'm pronouncing it wrong.
I don't know. Look, we know how to spell it, and it's gonna get us an extra $50. Do you got that E thermostat
right.
in your house?
It's ECOBEE.
Exactly. So that's my stance on that, and then verifying if they under contract. And whatever you do, don't get discouraged. Let me see. Can you scroll down on this bill so that I can get the other highlighted areas? And can we go back to the top of the page? Not a problem. So with this particular bill, I was doing the math, and what I did was I did the think clean with the smart thermostat. And it's how I presented the information. So even though she was paying the 17 cents, I just did the math. And like I said, at the time when I was helping the EA out with this, I didn't even know about that whole quick formula with current charges minus sales tax and then do that. So I was doing it a different way. But to overcome it, I'm still like, well, this would be because sometimes people want to know the percentage. So it's going to be a 16% savings. So then if you want some additional savings, then this is where the free energy club come in, because that's something don't nobody else do. The other thing that sets us apart in addition to the free energy club is that buy down rate, that $29.99, or you can go back to the rate that's lower. So like, say for instance, if you get in a plan that's 17 cents, but then you're like, wait a minute, this plan is 15. All you gotta do is pay a one-time $29.99 fee, and you in the lower rate that thing has to offer. Did everyone know that we got the buy down rate?
I found that out.
Okay.
Yes.
So this is sometimes my verbiage. Like when I'm sitting down, I talk to people like, all you need to do is send me your bill. And then sometimes they're like, I don't want to do that. I can't do nothing with your bill without your social and your date of birth, because I got to verify with the energy company. So, just send me the page 1 and 2 of your bill, and I'll do a bill analysis. And then, so now I look at the bill in the same way I'm telling y'all, highlight it and mark it up. I mark it up just like this. And then when I talk to the person, this is the conversation that I'm having. So it's helping me to overcome the objections. 16% savings, you want to take that up to 26. Tell your your mama, brother, and cousin, 26 can go to 66. You add 7 more people. So it's how you present it, and I make it known that you're getting the savings. You're not coming in the business. You already told me you don't want to do the business. You want to be a customer, but that's not going to stop you from saving additional savings. And it's about to get hot, and you're finna be running the AC. And then that's when you can begin, if they don't have a smart thermostat, you can begin to educate them on the importance of it. Because if it's a house or someplace where they can, change, you go pay $50. I ain't gonna even lie, I tell y'all my plug. I was thinking about buying some thermostats in bulk, and hey, if if you want to look, here go a thermostat. Now you can get the extra savings. It's gonna save on your bills, and it's gonna give you the full 120. So those are some thoughts. Someone said something. Oh, when we was doing the three things that bear with me, my mind. The three things that waives the deposit, right? So I'm gonna give you a play because I'm all about sharing. So what did y'all say the three things was? 65, right?
65 and over.
Okay, so how about go hitting up a senior community and building some relationships, talking to them. A lot of people in the senior communities, they family maybe done put them, going on over there, or y'all, they off to themselves. Build some friends, build some relationships, find out. What about the social worker? I'm a social worker. Connect with the social worker and build a rapport with the social worker. So when the social worker go out and help their clients, now they have a resource. Well, we know we're gonna help you get. You can't tell us what a shelter is, but the social worker is helping the victim get into their own establishment, and they're gonna need lights. So let me be your one-stop shop. Let me be your contact person.
Okay.
Let think save people. So those are just some plugs where it's enough money to be made for all of us. We ain't got to be stingy. We can share, So those are some things that you can do.
Appreciate you.
Not a problem. Somebody asked me to scroll up. What part did you want me to go to?
They were trying to catch the extra highlighted, but it wasn't any more highlights at the
bottom.
bottom.
Okay. And if you actually want this as a guide or whatnot, I think you can just drop me inbox me in Telegram your email address, and I don't mind sharing. Okay, let me look at some of the bills y'all gave me. Was that bill that I showed you or that conversation beneficial?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, because if it's not, look, we time, so I want you to get something out of it.
It's fire, Jazz. It's on fire.
It's
tonight.
definitely beneficial.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's good. I'm glad to know because
Thank you.
I'm really about honest feedback. When it comes to training, a teacher ain't doing nothing but wasting her time if the students ain't picking up nothing she putting down. So
Well, I'm glad I was told to come to this site tonight because I was out the country when Texas opened. And so I I'm not really clear on how things work. I couldn't get the video or anything to open. So this is very beneficial and I appreciate it and thank you.
Okay, not a problem. Okay, somebody bill. I'm just grabbing them from Telegram just because it's easier for me. So somebody just sent me something. Let me see.
I'll text you all of the emails that's in the chat. So
okay, perfect. Okay. Thank you too for moderating that because I'm bad. I'm spoiled. When I'm at home, I get them 5 screens coming handy. I'm over here struggling. Okay, so now I got a bill. Whatever way somebody sent this, open with a PDF. Google Chrome. It won't do it. Okay, whoever success in life, do me a favor and take a picture. Open whatever you sent me. Take a picture.
That's me. I can do share and I can share it.
Oh, perfect. Okay, good.
Excellent.
Okay. Excellent. Teamwork make the dream work. You should be able to. Let me make sure. Yep. Perfect. She gonna share this bill, but y'all didn't know somebody else gonna teach us this bill.
All right.
That's a nice clear one there.
Appreciate you all.
There you go. Come on, teach it to us.
All right. So the formula is current charges. What's the current charges?
$228.84.
Okay, so Elizabeth, you working the calculator for us? Come on, that's the only way we're gonna learn, though.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, sounds good.
All right. So we need to go down the page so we can really see the rest of what we really need. Because this is where we really getting our information.
Total tax
number.
minus.
Can everybody see that is big enough?
228.84.
What line you're on?
Minus.
The total current charges minus the total tax charges.
Okay.
The last line, thank you.
And there's your total taxes. You see total taxes.
Okay. Everybody doing it along with Elizabeth and what's our math?
$228.84 minus $2.26
Okay.
equals $226.58.
Okay. We all in agreement? Okay. Somebody else tell us what's next.
256.
You're gonna take that 226.58 and divide it by what a kilowatt total is.
Okay, they say what a kilowatts at.
Anybody see it?
Quantity up there.
Oh, okay. So that just brings me to another bill. This is a good
Okay.
learning one. How do we figure out what the kilowatts is? It's two ways to do it.
Subtract the previous from the current.
Yes. Yep. That's the hard way if you just like math. But yes, that is how you're doing it. And if you can't find it, you can always do it that way. But if you look at line 2 where it says energy charges,
Is it 1620?
yes, that's what it is.
Okay.
But y'all see that next to 1629 though? That you would look at that bill and say, "Oh my God, I can't beat Think. I can't beat Think."
That's $1. Yeah. Is that $1.62 cents?
Like 8 cents.
That's one child. That's the amount of the kilowatts is almost 0.07, almost 8 cents.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
So
almost
now,
okay.
So now for the people that's in Illinois, right? Y'all know how when y'all look at the supply section of the bill, and they may be with ComEd, and then it be two rows with a kilowatts, and then you have to add those up, and then it usually equals to whatever ComEd says in that little written part, like compare your rate to X, Y, and Z.
Right.
This is similar to that. This is similar to that. So with this example, we would stick to the same formula that I gave you and divide whatever that math was. My phone done went off. The 226.58 divided by 1,629 or 1629 kilowatts.
They at
13.9.
That's the real rate you comparing to. So now another volunteer, go to your link and let's see if we can beat this rate of this bill.
We can't.
You say we can't?
What's the zip code?
What's the zip code?
Seven 77036.
77036?
No, that's the company's zip code.
Right.
It's 77489.
77489. Okay.
Oh, here it is.
Okay.
77489. Oh, that's yours.
Is your energy service?
Was.
What's your energy service? I have two services too.
I'm sorry?
I have CenterPoint and Houston Electric.
So what are you asking? What was your asking?
What is your utility?
This was APG&E. That was the utility service. CenterPoint was the delivery service.
Okay, that's what I'm looking for.
Okay, so CenterPoint.
I got that. Okay, so you're under 2,000. So what do we do with that? Jazz. So when we got that gauge and it's 1,000 and she's over 1,000, under 2,000.
Okay. Look at her. We only do this show like the previous or annual or something like that?
No.
Okay.
They actually send that in the email, but I thought we would just be concerned about the 3601 because that's 1629 in 1 month.
Exactly. That's how I look at it.
Yeah.
So, but somebody was just saying with the zip code, what are our options?
500,000, 14,000, 2,000.
Right.
14,700.
Okay. Oh, wait, Charles, I'm sorry. Somebody gonna have to share it. Let me go to my link. Hang on.
I was going to maybe send this to your phone or not.
Okay, so yeah, send it to me, Mr. Ward.
Price it out for both sections for the 2000 and the next lower one under the 2000. This way you have comparison.
You cut off, Daryl.
Price it at the 2000 as well as the next level below. This way I have a comparison between the two.
Yeah, exactly.
The 1000, 2000.
And either way, you can sell whichever level, because if they're using AC in Texas, it's going to be a heat wave anyway.
So Daryl, what you tell me is that's the approach that I take. And the reason you just go for it and you look at the rate and you look at what's best and you give them a comparison because you believe in your product. And that's one thing that we got to do when we presenting this. You got to believe in your product, that you are going to save them some money. And that's the beautiful part. Like, look at that bill. It say the average price you pay for electric service this month was 0.134.
So if we still have the buy down of the $29, we can always sell that as well as the other options of bringing on the additional people to get the 10%. And
Exactly. And then the thing too, you know how we always told, like, if you're recruiting an EA, you know, the power of the three-way call is to not just dump everything on the person. So just because, like I was saying, okay, 16% savings, that additional stuff, I pause and I move forward, and then I use certain things to overcome objections. So I'm not just going to put that buy down out on the front. It depends on who I'm talking to. That's understanding personalities of, you know, somebody who is just adamant about saving money, somebody who want all the details. Excuse me, I was working with a lawyer, and I'm sorry, not a lawyer, an attorney, a retired attorney. Well, yeah, that's a lawyer, a retired attorney. And he needed everything broken down. So I gave him all the options. So I would like to probably do a 3, like the 3-year. In Texas, they got the 5-year plan. So I would probably do a 5-year, a 3-year, and a 12-month, and just show them their savings. When we finish this bill, I'll give you an example of what I use as a comparison analysis to work with people to help them see what they would get to help them make the best option for them. Because sometimes you may look at the shorter term, like a 12-month plan, and it's like, yeah, you're getting a lower rate. But if you know what's to come, like you just shared, is going to be a heat wave. Well, shoot, I might pay more now, but save in the long run. So I'm locked in for 3 years or, 5 years. But the beautiful part is it's free to get in and free to get out. And I always have that buy down rate option. So those are some things that you can use to overcome objections to move forward. So did somebody want to share the screen or to see what rate or if you open up another tab to see what rate we going with this particular bill?
This is another one.
Well, did we decide on what the 13.9 would look like though?
Oh,
yeah. Can you show Google? I mean, go to your link or something with that zip code.
Sure.
Oh, I pulled up Think Energy. I'm sending you pictures on your phones. If you, or is there a better way for me to send it?
You're fine. I was just in tune talking to y'all. Let me see.
Okay, so the rates are based on the tiers. So at 2,000 kilowatts is 14.7 for 12 months with the smart thermostat. 15 months is at 14.6 at 2,000 kilowatts. Yeah.
But someone has made a valid point. I don't know who spoke on it, but they're like, this is 1649 and this is 1 month of bill. And remember, in the business, we just look at, hey, having at least 3601. So if one bill is $16.49, we know they gonna meet. They gonna
1
make
month,
$1,000.
right?
Yeah. So it's not even worth considering. Now if you get like I done got some bills where it's like 75 kilowatts. No, that person may not make it. But a bill like this, no, don't second guess yourself or look at the 2,000 and get discouraged. Next month they gonna have it, because remember, it's saying 2,000 per month, but when it comes to energy, they looking at an annual basis.
And it doesn't even allow you to gauge it back down to 1,000 kilowatts. Mine doesn't.
Okay. So now with this particular bill at 13.9, you got the smart thermostat. So now I would ask that person, like, do they have it? And so you looking at 13.9, oh, but this is 14.7. If they got a smart thermostat and you talking about proton technology, like Mr. Darrow said, when that heat wave come, I need my house to think for me and cool it down before the peak hours and the high rates go into effect. So that's one of those conversations where you may pay a little bit more in the beginning, but you're gonna save in the long run. So that's where we believe in our product and we add value to it and come from that angle.
And it's going to moderate. That's where the savings is going to come out with the smart thermostat, because 9 times out of 10, the peak is when people get ready to come home, and they're going to be some moderation. So it'll balance out, I would say.
And that's what that would be the point that I would add to. And I feel like that's the value that we bring to the customer in educating them on that and how that proton technology works out. And now in the event that they don't have a smart thermostat, what's our next option? What is that Think Clean 12 looking like?
Well, we're going to call Jazz and let Jazz sell them one.
Is that what it is?
15.2.
And do we know how they can get those smart thermostats? Do they call the utility company, or can they just
They can get
order
one
it,
from
like,
Amazon.
online?
They
I
can get
was
one
just
from
gonna say,
Amazon.
Miss Yvette, go to Home Depot, Menards, Amazon.
Anywhere.
Somebody even told me when I told them, I say, I think I got an idea. I need to buy these in bulk. They say, go to Temu. I say, huh? I ain't never bought nothing off that. But that's where that's what someone suggested to me. So yeah, look, I'm sharing it. I haven't moved on it, but I feel like, ideas come and
That's a good idea, Jazz. I buy
Yeah.
I buy a lot of stuff from Timo.
Yeah, so I mean, it's just something to think about.
And if
I
I
put
didn't
it
do that, I
together.
would guide them right then and there while we on the line to go to Google and get them one right there, so it's on the way.
Yeah.
And your $50 is covered because it's coming.
And you know what's so funny? When you can get somebody to make a commitment and they go put it in proceed in their Amazon cart,
Right.
It's a no-brainer,
Right. So
Get an affiliate with Amazon.
Daryl say you're affiliate with Amazon.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, there you go. Okay.
I put it in our chat that you can get those at Lowe's, Home Depot. It's $99, and the star rating is like 3.9, almost 4 points, and they are very simple to install.
Okay. Yeah, but Matt, look, connect those wires.
Mm-hmm.
2 wires.
And then you can counter sell that. The $99 that you're going to spend once you paid your bill for 6 months, you're going to get $100 gift card. So you're kind of getting that money right back.
It's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Okay, so we want to do another bill, or y'all cool? I want to be mindful of people's times.
Yeah,
I have nowhere to be.
Can we do my guest bill?
Yes.
One from, so we can see what that look like when people are involved in the.
Oh, she was saying she's in a co-op.
Yeah, so we can see, what that looks like when somebody present that to us. We can,
Okay. Let me drop it in Telegram.
Do I need to send you mine other than WhatsApp?
Did we look at yours? I thought that was the bill we was looking at before Dr.
No, Austin, Texas.
Oh, okay. Okay. Let me see. I might have you send it to Dr. Ross. Let me see.
Yeah, let me see. I'm so used to her doing Dr. Raj. I'm sending you the bill.
I sent mine to your text. Yeah.
Yeah, I pulled it. I thought I had Telegram open. I must have closed it, Lord. And now I can't minimize my screen. How do I open Telegram? Hold on. I'm recording, so it won't let me minimize my screen.
Guys, this knowledge is powerful that you guys are sharing tonight. We appreciate you.
Yes, thank you
Yes,
so much.
yes, appreciate it very much.
Stacy, what's your zip code on your bill while we're waiting for it to come up?
Her zip code is 75154.
I like that y'all are getting a step ahead. I already know what the expectation is. Thank you. I appreciate it. That means
My computer is slow.
Okay. See, you supposed to just accept the credit. I'm like, oh, they learning. Okay, that's what's up. Okay, y'all see it? I'm struggling.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Now that is different. I haven't seen one like that.
Dr. Rice, I sent you the bill. Text it to you.
So
I got
this is what a co-op bill in Texas would look like.
Okay.
Now is this like a certain area of Texas, or is it like the Naperville, kind of like a whole community, or is it like an apartment building co-op?
It's a community co-op.
Okay.
Is
It's
this
like
out
a
in the country?
subsidized.
I know where Itasca is. That's almost country. That's like, is it like 50 something miles south of Dallas?
Not quite. About 30 miles outside of Dallas.
30 miles.
so
Okay.
we're- About
I'm
30,
from
but like I said,
So I know where Itasca is.
okay. Yeah,
Yep.
so no,
Okay.
it's south of Dallas. So it's an area that's south of Dallas.
Okay.
About 30 miles. Mm-hmm.
So as a co-op, I would think if they are billing you directly, is it based on your actual amount that you're using, or is it based on your pro rata percentage of ownership or shares, however it's done in co-ops?
I believe it's based off the kilowatts. My husband and I are actually talking right now. So it is based off the kilowatts. And we pay, as you can see, we pay a company called Hilco, which is
Right, but Hilco, if you can scroll back up on the bill, is a cooperative, right?
Right.
And they're billing you. So what a lot of Hilco Electric Cooperative. So sometimes cooperatives will have their own ability to pay all the bills, and they may add admin fees or whatever. And then you agree to pay a pro rata share of the expenses of the development. And that's based on ownership. That's what that appears to be to me, because, you know, I could be wrong, but that's what that looks like. Because in Chicago, what I'm finding out, there are a lot of new developments, and people that rent do not have their own electric bill. They're getting it's included in their rent. And I don't know exactly how, they would have to have separate meters for each apartment. And that happens on a commercial level. And, so they may or may not actually know what they're paying.
You talking to me?
So is that based on a master meter and then subdivided or calculated based on square footage of a unit?
I don't
Based
know.
on a number of
Right. See, it could as a cooperative, you have to look at your agreement, and because it's a electric cooperative. It's not a.
But we can't do the co-ops, right?
No, we can't. That we was just sharing the bill. So if
Right,
you come across a bill like this, you would be able to recognize it and know
right.
that you can't do
Can't
anything
touch it.
with it.
Now,
But
I had
I
a,
did go a step further and do the math, and it's like 14.4.
Mm,
I had a co-op, but that bill didn't look anything like this one. So
mhm.
you know what I'm saying? I don't, just like sometimes you got to put something on one company that you don't have to do another one. Her bill didn't look anything like this.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of looked like some of the bills we have. Only thing she found out was that she called and found out that they were a co-op. She had just moved into that
Okay.
subdivision.
And the thing about it too is, again, like I always say, nothing beats a failure but a try. Put that bill in. If it's a co-op and it ain't gonna go through, you're not gonna get no points. It's gonna say fail. You know, like it's just not gonna work. So if you unsure,
Oh, I
like
would
as
always put it through.
yeah,
She just happened to call.
as long as it's not on a contractor, nothing like that. Because I know when I first got started, I paid enough people's light bills because I just did not know. That's probably why I'm so detailed now. So like, look, I took
I
them for
think
the
that's
team.
something you should repeat because I really didn't know it, and I'm glad you brought that to my attention because I don't want to pay anybody's bill, and I don't want them upset either.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Why are we paying other people's bills?
Well,
Right.
so for me, so what happened was, like, in the state of Illinois, they have different programs where if you actually put a bill in and say someone is on a payment plan, the system won't even allow it to go through because when you submit a bill, the incumbent ComEd has to release the person. So if they're on a payment plan, they're not gonna let it go through because how you gonna go do some business with Daryl and you owe me some and Phil is like, you owe me money. No, that ain't cool. So if you gonna, but see, in Ohio, it's different because Phil is gonna say, oh, okay, so you gonna go with Daryl? Okay, run me my money. So now everything that I owe Phyllis, I gotta pay up. So they release me, but whatever my payment plan remained, I gotta pay all of that up in full. So that's how I was in Ohio paying bills.
So you put them through the system to find out only that they had to pay off their balance of their contract?
Well, it wasn't even a contract. They just have like they'll call and say, I need a payment plan. I can't afford my light bill. So Energy Harbor would be one supplier and they'll have a payment plan with Energy Harbor, which is the supplier. Then they'll also have a payment plan with Toledo Edison. But I would ask the people, are they on a payment plan? And they would tell me no. And I'm like, what is going on? But luckily I was always doing, and when I first got started, I was doing raffles and I was paying people bills in the raffle. So sometimes that was just my chosen bill, to just keep the relationship good or whatnot, you know. That brought me to another point that I want to share with y'all. If you see your points fluctuating, sometime in certain states, when people go and they get on a payment plan and the payment plan may pull them off of Think, then you'll be like, what happened to my point? Like, how my point go? Well, you have to run a report in the back office and see who canceled services. And that's sometimes what it is. It's not necessarily you, your friend. Because I told one of my EAs, she was like, I'm calling them. They got into a big argument. I say, no, your customer got on a payment plan. That's all. It wasn't nothing personal. It wasn't nothing personal. She didn't betray you or anything. She just couldn't afford to pay her light. So that's what it was.
I had that to happen to me, Jazz.
So yeah. Yep. So any other questions? I'll stop sharing.
Mr. Glenda, sir.
Thanks, Glenda, for letting us use you.
No problem, guys. And I guess I want to know. There's nothing I can do, I guess, to get out of the co-op or to challenge the co-op.
No, ma'am.
Okay.
No, ma'am. That's why I said you came on looking for some savings on your bill. You can know that you're paying a 14.4 rate. Was now when you put her zip code in, what comes up? Does anything come up? Did
we just do that?
We didn't do it. I think Miss Stacy gonna check it out. But I would say just
Yeah,
shifting and And welcome to the welcome to the team, and go and help other people out and make you some money.
Now, let me just say this: the young lady that had the co-op in my area, there were bills. I mean, there were companies that came up that somebody else could do it, but her particular, see, that's what I don't understand. Her particular subdivision, when she called, because we were trying to put her in, her zip code came up in the whole 9 yards, but she called the company and they said no, she lives in a co-op. But there were options when I put her zip code in.
Okay. Well, again, like I said, nothing beats a failure but a try. Because you put a Naperville bill through, yeah, it's gonna sit in you know the right side of our matrix for a little bit. But if they're gonna say no, they're gonna say no.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's it. That's Austin. I didn't realize Austin had a bill, had the service, because once before I put it in and nothing came up.
And you know, regulations is changing daily. You know, access and areas is changing. So we on the map. Like when we all saw the presentation, the blue is what gets you excited, because those are the opportunities to come. Miss Glenda, how long has this company been in Texas? This company is only 2 years old. We just made 2 years. February, what was that? I think the 23rd or something like that. So the company itself has been around, but the leadership of where we currently are with Think Plus is 2 years in.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And offers did show up under that zip code, but we wouldn't have been able to go under that 14.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
With that co-op.
Okay. So yeah, Miss Glenda, you like sitting in Mark Zuckerberg's dorm room is the way I like to explain it.
Oh, really?
You a part. He invited you over. You were part of this class homework assignment. I remember that when it was only open to college students, you had to have a college email address, and one assignment is now worth $135 billion. And that's and that's how I look at this opportunity, because me coming from the financial sector and understanding ROI, and somebody give you $100 million, what do you think they return on investment gonna look like?
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's where you at.
I do have a question for you, Jazz. My husband and I were just sitting here talking. So he's familiar with Ambit Energy. And he was just asking if it's similar, affiliated at all.
Not affiliated at all, and you can go out and capitalize off all your neighbors that got Ambit bills, because those are the bills that taught me this formula.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Okay, so we doing anything with Gex? I'm sorry, y'all. Yeah, this energy bill I'm looking at.
Yeah, it came up on my screen, so.
Okay.
I don't know.
What we doing? I'm not teaching. I'm taking a breather.
Oh.
Short on air, y'all, so I'm passing the mic.
Electricity charges and taxes. So we can't figure out where the.
Can you share your screen? You know how to share your screen?
Where are the taxes?
We're looking at the bill.
Total current taxes is $93.63. They got a late charge down here if that happens, but total current charges is $93.63.
But what part of that up there is the taxes?
It say go to the second page. It say electricity charges and taxes. See second page.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Taxes.
Why is they taxes $68?
Oh, 20.
Am I reading that wrong?
Yeah, it does say that.
I don't know.
Oh no, they combine
That's
it.
electricity.
They got two sets of checks.
Yeah. Okay, so it's really 3 cents and 11 cents. Because the energy charge, the PUC assessment is like the taxes.
Oh,
You see if y'all look up at the top where it says
yes,
energy chart.
yes.
Yeah. So really the
So,
taxes is only 14 cents.
14
Oh,
cents.
that threw me for a
Oh.
loop. I'm like, how the taxes more than the
What?
energy?
Yeah.
Energy charge is 425. So it's a kilowatts 425.
No,
Yes, ma'am.
22 cents per kilowatt hour.
It's 425.
Energy charge
They
is
say
the units are 425. I don't see the kilowatts. Let me take my time.
425.
Okay, 425, and that's a 16 cent. And then the current charges are what we said on the other side. So total electric charges and taxes. So energy charge. So that's I can't see if that's 48. I just can't see. Or 68.
See,
and I got my glasses on.
93.59 divided by 425.
Okay, this is 68.
22.0 cents.
But I'm trying to see
What was oh, you texted me. I could look at the text.
Oh, so you got
93.63 minus 14 cents is 93.59, correct?
Let me see.
I'm 93.49.
I'm checking. I know the taxes is 14 cents. Let me pull it up.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, you fine.
Yeah,
I wasn't doing it with y'all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. 93. Total amount due. Total current charges. 93.63.
0.219, which
Do
is
we have to add the
22
TDU
cents.
charges?
No.
Yeah, that's all we have to do is take off the taxes from the total and divide it by 425. And what'd you get?
22 cents.
The TDU charges.
So Think doesn't do TDU charges, and that's why we leave them in the formula and we just subtract the taxes, because that gives us the comparative rate, the real rate that we comparing to. And then if you see
Right,
that
but the charges should be 68.11 plus the 25.49. If you got to account for the TDU charges, don't you?
you're actually, we're saying the same thing, just
we just taking that bottom number.
you're adding the two together, and we're literally taking the total minus and the taxes. So the TDU charges are in there, and then we're dividing by the kilowatt. So yeah, and the 20. And if you read that sentence to verify if you ever like, wait a minute, did I do that right? Just go look at the sentence down here. The average
22 cents per month at the end.
There you go. So we had it right. So either way, if you do it that way to double check, it's the same.
Okay, thank you. Sorry.
No reason to apologize.
So let me ask you, when I go to that, can somebody tell me the zip code on the bill? Because I want to ask a question.
The zip code is
wait.
78728.
78728.
Yes.
And now my options are Encore Electric Delivery Company. That's what we have. So that would be the company for this Gexa or Hexa, whatever that bill is.
Where are you at?
I'm looking at the bill, when you put your zip code in and it says Encore Electric Company.
Is that the only option that came up?
That's the only option that came up.
Oh, then yeah. If it's the only option that came up, that's what I'll go with.
Okay. And then, so we will save them money.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't even know we were in Austin. That was good, because before I couldn't find. I hope San Antonio comes on board soon.
I know. We have it made.
We coming.
So I have a question. So if Encore is the provider, is Gexa Energy a supplier?
Yeah.
So
they're just like Think. The only thing that makes it different is they take over the whole bill. Versus in other places, like for instance, and I'm going to use Illinois, but the deliverer, the delivery, Lord, y'all know what I mean. They take on the bill.
That's ComEd.
So ComEd takes on the bill, and then Think just get attached. But
and let me ask you something on here. Do you see a contract? Anybody? Can you move it around, Dr. Ross? Because that's contract be had. You think you clear, you ready to go, and boom, there it is.
Estimated contract end date is March 29th, 2026. They got a year on it.
A year.
So the conversation becomes what so what do you know the terms of your contract? That's what the conversation becomes. Because what if it's only $10 per month?
Right.
And it could be further on in the pages on the bill too, because they usually should list that contract.
Yeah. But you see it. Where is it?
On the bottom of the page,
at the
very last line.
Yeah.
Okay.
It just says the end date. But the terms of that contract in between that end date, like the fees, if you terminate, may be on another page.
No, most of the bills here in Texas, they don't tell you. You have to call in to find out the amount. Because the amount fluctuates. The amount is determined by how far away you are from the contract date.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
And the thing about
the contract end date.
The contract end date, yes.
Yeah. And the reason they want you to call, because when they find out you're trying to leave, they gonna offer you some
lower that bill.
I think I if I can remember correctly, I was checking on someone's contract, and it was something to do with the months that was left that they probably could, think would pay out of that contract.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking on with the $10.
Yeah, you can call and find out if Think will buy them out if they are far enough along. That's 2026 that you said.
Yeah,
so be 6 months.
That's another year.
6 months something. Check on it.
It's a whole year.
It's a whole year.
Full year.
I mean, but you can check and see when they can get out of that contract.
I think I just put a customer in and Think will pay up to $200, and her early termination fee was $180. So they said they'll pay up to $200, and it takes 2 cycles or 2 months where you can see the credit.
And the other thing about that too, y'all, is like, so for instance, with this bill, and I think that was Francis that was speaking, was like, well, you can call and see. So like, say if they say, okay, well, you can come out of it in June, right? So if she can come out of it in June with minimum penalty, the beautiful part about being in Texas is you can get the bill now and set the start date for June.
Right. That's one thing.
So if you set it up like that, then it's like an even keel. So again, that's another way to overcome that objection when they say, "Oh, well, no, I don't want to change. I don't want to do this now." Oh no, we don't got to do it now because I don't want you to have to, pay anything extra. We can push it out. We can post date.
So Jazz.
Yeah, but excuse me, they will only let you post date for 2 months because my customer is November.
Okay.
That's what I was fixing to ask, because I had a customer and we needed to post date her 6 months out, and it wouldn't let us go that far.
Okay.
It's good to know.
These calls are really good in all those little details that you don't know, and you think, "Oh, I just lost the deal," but no, you can do other things, or you can need a database to remind you of what to do for so and so when. So it's gonna make me be more efficient.
Look, you know what I say?
That's the extra special sauce that we getting tonight.
Amen. Yeah, it is. Thank all of you for your input.
I was gonna say that's one of them things where we have to go back to the power of the three-way call, right? I don't necessarily think the power of the three-way call is just for recruiting business partners. Sometimes don't you get stuck? You just be like, "Look, I just want to save you some money. Let me know. I won't tell you wrong thing. Hold on. Let me call my lifeline. Let me tap in and bring somebody else to the call to help you out."
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. So can you put your number in the chat?
That's what I was going to say. Poor Jazz.
All these little nuggets give us other ways to close.
Yeah.
Always be closing the ABCs of this business.
Yes. I had put it in there. I'll drop it again though.
Hey Jazz, this is Lawrence from Chicago. Hey, I just wanted to give some feedback. I have my one and only customer in Texas, my nephew. I sent him up maybe about 5 months ago, and I was following up with him yesterday, and just to see how the service is going. And he's very pleased with it. He basically said thing actually almost cut his bill in half. So that's good to know. And he's in the Dallas area. So that's something good to know in a confidence builder too, because as we go out and talk to other people, we have testimonials of people whose bill they're actually saving on their bill. The other thing I did actually learn though is, and this is probably for any market, the more he doesn't use a lot of electricity because he works a lot, so he has low usage. But as we look at the bills, I guess the more usage, the better it is for us actually being able to save them money and bringing them over to to maximize them being a customer with us and everything. So that's one thing I will say. The other thing too is to find out, one of the qualifying things that we want to find out, if they're living in a building, like he doesn't have a smart meter, that's another question too, because actually when I signed him up, we didn't have, smart meters were coming, but they weren't around at that point in time. So we didn't have those to offer, but that's something that we can offer, as we're actually getting initial questions to find out if they have a smart meter or not. So we'll know if that's something else that we can offer them too, as we offer them the service. So just, a lot of different learnings as we go along, which I didn't have, and I didn't have the formula that we had to figure out how the bill was. And I was trying to break it down and try to figure it out on my own, but it actually worked out. And now knowing the formula gives me some other tools to actually help out, go and, get some other customers too, and be able to break it down for them very well.
And I was that same way when I signed up with Think Energy. I live in Houston, and we didn't have the smart meter when I signed up, but now going to the website, I can easily connect even after being on. You just click device, and now you can connect to a smart meter even after you started out without it.
And that's where they tell you can go back and you pick up your $50 and the customer pick up 10 or something like that, right?
Right.
I want to share something.
That's good to know.
Yes, I have a quick question for Illinois. I picked up one today who had Rushmore Energy. Have you heard of them?
You say Rushmore Energy?
Rushmore Energy.
Never heard of them.
Yeah,
That was my first time.
I never heard of that.
Yeah, that's new. But it was in Hillside, so it's the Cook County area.
I wonder, is that a co-op community that we didn't know about or something like that?
I don't know, but I
Land development?
I did see the plans we all.
In the morning when I call her, because I'm trying to sign her up, but she sent me her energy bill, and it says Rushmore Energy, and I thought I looked up quite a few different ones in the area, but Rushmore never showed up, so I was just wondering if someone else had bumped into that.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one. I never
heard of that
one. If you got a picture, I would love to see
This
that.
is saying Rushmore Energy LLC is a natural gas supplier.
Oh, it's gas and not energy.
That's
Come on, girl, come on, manifest us with the gas. Let us do lights and gas.
They're a natural gas supplier, meaning they're responsible for the gas commodities / supply charges, not the delivery of gas itself. They're in Sugar Creek Center Boulevard and Sugar Land, Texas, if that's the same place.
I kind of looked that up too. I wasn't familiar. I was like, well, gas and energy in Illinois. I thought that was on Texas, but who knows?
This is
but that's kind of like how I don't know, when I lived in part of Naperville, they kind of combined the lights and the water and the trash, and I was like, I'll be paying all of this together. So that's what I'm saying. It may be just something that community has come together, because I'll be honest and transparent with y'all. When I got connected my Ohio energy bill, my rate actually went up. And my rate went up.
You're supposed to get your do your taxes here.
What happened?
Yesterday, or you doing them? Was it this one? You
Oh,
done did?
I don't think they talking to me. Okay. My bill actually went up. So I was like, wait a minute, why my bill go up? But I didn't know I was in some type of congregate or something community or something. And they had actually negotiated the rate. So my rate was actually a lot lower than think, and I didn't know because I was comparing the Toledo Edison bill. So that's how I learned to look for the updates on the different bills. But I just kept it, went with the increase because at the end of the day, at least I'm getting paid off of my bill, and I know energy prices are going to go up.
And just to give some clarity, Sugarland, I live next door to Sugarland. In Texas. And so there are areas here, like I live in Missouri City, where we don't have gas in this area, but Sugarland does. So those bills, sometimes they will combine them together and sometimes they send them separately.
Interesting.
Well, everything's big in Texas, but everything's complicated.
That's my home state, you all.
It's my home city.
Is it?
Mine too. Yeah.
I know. I'm looking at that beautiful horse. I'd love to ride one this year.
So that last bill, we would have been able to sit, because that was at a 20 something, right? That last bill, we would have been able to save them money on any of our plans, correct?
Well, you know what? I don't know if someone went that far because I think our conversation kind of
I did. It would have been sweet because they would have saved so much, and especially if it went for a 3 or 5 year.
Right.
Or are we talking about the Austin bill or the co-op bill?
The one that was just put up.
Okay, that was the Austin bill. Okay.
The Austin. What did you figure, Diana?
Because it was at 22 cents. What did I do with paper?
Oh yeah, it was. Okay.
And then we could offer like 16 and under 61 or something for 3-5 years.
Oh, okay.
That was sweet.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
I know they have to get out of that contract. So even with the EFT, was that the EFT price?
EFT is what?
I mean, the early termination.
17.3.
17.3 for early.
17.3, yes. Even with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that one, and we have to also keep in mind that for that 17.3 for the 36-month fixed rate, they have to enroll in auto pay.
Okay.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, it's right there. It says, auto pay is required.
What if you don't have auto pay, then what is the rate? Do they add
so-
on?
And they do. Let me see what the
Like another
36
plan.
Yeah.
That's another one. Yeah, that's more.
They just have to select another
So it
plan.
wouldn't even be that plan at all.
I would suggest
Also-
before doing that, going with the 16.3 and signing up for the 5 year.
Right. They just
And
have to
that's that
select,
conversation.
select.
That's that conversation that I was saying, just like educating the person on value and believing in
That's
the
right.
product. And you either pay more now and save later, or you
That's
save now, but then you may pay more later. So I know it's getting late, but with that being said, I'm just going to share my screen one last time. This is something that I did in, can you see my screen?
It's dark.
Yeah.
And I said, oh, yes.
It's dark.
Now it's there.
No,
We can see it.
This is something, I don't know if it's too big, but I did this for a Connecticut bill, and really I couldn't really save him too much, but I gave him his options. And so sometimes, depending on who you're talking to, you got to do math and kind of break some stuff down. So like, honestly, with his bill, and I know this may kind of be a bad example, because with like his option 1, he's actually going to pay more, but he's going to pay more today, but save in the long run.
Okay.
So, and I gave him, I don't know if I just make that like super too small.
Well, if it's not tomorrow, we can't see the whole page.
Okay, so well, I'm gonna go up and down, but I can also, if you want, I can email this to you, and then you can just see how to. I'll give you the zip code, and you can see how like you break it down the same math that that we did. I look at like the current usage that the person uses, and then I give them their savings where, and I think I done shared the text message that I sent to people. With, I think Phyllis, I shared it with you, but depending on the market. So when I'm in Illinois, I'm coming after, did you get your 20% savings on your ComEd bill? And I'm excited about it. I was at the ER yesterday. The lady registered me and I got her bill, like I shared with y'all. You know, when I'm in Ohio, especially towards the end of the month, I'm like, hey, rates are going up. Send me your bill. Let me do a bill analysis on it. I'll see what programs I have for you. And then I usually send them something like this with their options. And then they tell me which one they want. And I let them know, hey, you're going to get the gift card or whatnot. So they make a choice. So sometimes, you know, like we don't want to get so stagnated. Like a lot of us was really big in Illinois, and then things changed and then we got discouraged. We got to kind of like how to adapt, or like we didn't know that it was in Austin, but now we know it's in Austin. So sometimes we may have to get creative with how we approach the different markets, so we're not left behind and we can really capitalize off this opportunity.
Wonderful. You could
I
email
want
that
that
stuff.
sheet. You can email me that with the other stuff.
Okay. Okay, so that it just gives like a breakdown. So in this scenario with his bill, option 1, he was going to pay more now but save later in the long run. Option 2, I really didn't see a benefit. He was going to pay more, and I didn't think the rates was going to probably be as significant because it's only a 12-month plan. And then in Connecticut, they offer a 7-month term. So that would have been the option 3. The reason I took on this approach with this gentleman is because he supply hops. He understands energy and he understands savings. So he go for the best rate. So it's very transactional, but I wanted to make my, make a connection to build rapport, because you want relationship, because if you want residual, you want relationship. So with his option 3, he was going to actually save today and save for the next 7 months, you know, and I did give him the buy down option. So because he's a business person, he's an entrepreneur, I did go a step further. This was the first time I had did this by just becoming a energy advisor for a savings opportunity. So you whatever bill, you go with option 1 or option 3, you're going to still get paid residual. And then, you know, he used to play baseball. He's known in the community. So, and he likes helping people. So ironically, you might as well benefit from it, you know, whether you do the free energy club or you actually get their bill and submit it. So I'll also include this in the emails that I send out.
I was hoping you would leave it up and just reduce it so I can screenshot it.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I can do that as well.
But thank you so much for taking the time, Jazz, and also being willing to send the email.
Oh, shoot. Oh, not a problem.
Oh, what
Let me
happened?
find it. I don't know.
That's it.
Okay, there you go.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Jazz.
You all are so welcome.
Remember, put it on portrait and it'll be clearer if you had that option on your camera.
This is on my computer.
Yeah, I just wanted to
No,
screenshot.
for the screenshots. If you're
Yeah.
doing it
Oh,
with
I
your
can,
phone. Yeah.
once I do it, yeah, I got it now. Thank you.
Y'all, I can stop sharing.
Yes, thank you.
And I'll still
Thank
include it
you.
in the email. So,
And I'm going to say good night to everyone. And it's really, you all have really given a lot of great nuggets and information. And I am so ready to go to Texas for 2 weeks, Jazz.
Me too. So I would challenge everybody, since all roads lead to Texas, and I'm talking to myself at the same time, make you a daily goal. You know, I look at how I built those stores for other people, and I use systems and I use dry erase boards. Whatever resonates with you, set you a goal and go after it, because this opportunity not gonna be here, you know, forever. And yeah, we just got to make the best out of it. We got to, I think, setting a goal and focusing on your vision. Like I got, not to be personal, but to be personal and transparent, because sometimes we don't go through things for ourselves. We go through things to share with others. So I got some health challenges and things going on, and people are like, well, what you gonna do? Or da, da, da. That creates worry. But if I focus on the vision and I know what I'm up against, I know I'm building businesses, I got energy going on, I'm finishing up my master's, I'll be done in May 11th. I'm at the turning point, at the cusp of a lot. So I must focus on the vision and not be deterred. You get a bill, you get stuck on an objection, call your lifeline. Don't give up on the vision, because if you start to lack or you let that interfere, you go by sight will have you distracted from your faith and your vision.
You
So
go,
set your
girl.
goals and go
You
hard for
go.
where you at.
I love it.
Thank you.
You go, girl.
Thank you for that message.
Yeah, that was
That's
beautiful
right.
right
Would
there.
you do me a favor, if you don't mind? Could you share your email and your zip code in the chat? And we'll make sure everybody gets, I know a few people have already, about 8 people have dropped off, because we had like 21.
Yeah. Oh, you wanted my email or?
No, everyone.
I think Pastor Isaac text them to me.
Right, he did.
Okay.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And I'll see the chat when I get the recording. I'll send y'all the recording of this so you can have it for your record. So it's the recording, it's the sample bill, so you know what to highlight on it. I'll type up a list of questions of how you can jog memories or capture some people, and then I'll send you the thing for Connecticut. But like yesterday, y'all, it was crazy. I ended up in the hospital and everything, but I will say that I was very productive. I talked to people. Like I said, somebody they took me to go do early voting. I was in the wrong county, but I walked up out of there with 3 contacts, So every day, Think has my thoughts, whether or not I'm moving for myself or for someone else. So
right, exactly.
Wow, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Y'all have a beautiful, blessed evening, and it's been a
definitely.
God's gonna give you.
Thanks, everyone. Thank you so much, Jazz, for doing this.
You're welcome.
Yes, we appreciate you.
And y'all can text me or call me. I'm Phyllis will tell you I answer calls. Pastor Isaac not connected to me. I answer his call. He the reason we did this Zoom tonight. So
yes, thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah.
Thank you.
I put something in the chat to you, Jazz.
What happened?
I just put to the chat. Check the chat.
Okay.
Thanks.
Okay.
All right.
Your email. Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you all. Have a good one.
Thank you.
All right. I'm gonna leave it open so I can grab all these emails.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good night.
I'll send you a copy if you want.
Okay.
I have it all. And are you the recording's gonna be on your computer, right?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right.
You have your own kind of system together?
You talking about, what are you talking?
For yourself. Do you already have a system together? Or, we can work with you on that. So
yeah, I got a system. It's just that I'm in transit. So I function with 3 laptops and I'm only got 1. And normally when I'm at home, I got 5 screens. So it's different. All right, y'all. Thank you, Ms. Diana. I appreciate that. Have a good one. Good night. God bless.
Good night.
Blessings to you.